If you're in this lane to start, where should you position when you arrive at the second roundabout? Honestly, was that question that difficult? As normal, we can take the coordinates from the dashcam and see exactly where this took place, and it's near Bournemouth. And the two roundabouts form a junction where Poole Road and Blandford Road meet. This image is the other way round from the direction our camera was travelling, so what I'm going to do is turn it round. This is now easier to work out what we should have done and which lane we should have been in.
The lane change on approach is obviously the first thing that we can think about, and what we really should have been doing in this scenario is thinking about the lane that we wish to choose at the second roundabout and choosing our lane on the approach to the first one to suit. For example, the left lane on the approach to the first roundabout should lead to the left lane on the second one, and this was the main mistake that our camera made. I wouldn't mind, but there was a great example in front of our cam car that actually showed us what to do correctly, and it was the blue Land Rover. But then our camera still decided to change lanes mid-junction. Now this should be avoided wherever possible. However, if it was safe to do it and there was no one around, it wouldn't be an issue. But generally, it's not advised. Another point that I'd like to bring up is I think our camera was driving a right-hand drive vehicle. I know that's probably going to be the case in the UK, but I think you can make out little bits in the shadows on the clip that says that is the case. But if you think of that, if they're driving a right-hand drive vehicle, they crashed into the vehicle on the right hand side, the Honda, and that Honda wasn't tucked in the blind spot, it was right next to them. In fact, it was slightly in front. Why couldn't they see that? Well, our camera in his email that he did send said to me that he was concentrating on his left mirror in case there was cyclists on that side. That doesn't make sense. What is really disturbing to me nowadays, though, is why people seem to carry on rather than trying to avoid a collision or an accident. It makes no sense. Why do you think that is? I've got maybe a little bit of a theory. You tell me what you think on it. Is it because people are so wrapped up in their I'm right mentality and they're thinking, pound signs, compensation? Do you think that's got anything to do with people driving in this manner? Even after I gave our camera some advice by email, and I literally said to them, stay in your lane, he said he'd altered his approach to how he does this junction now. And literally, he's altered his approach. He doesn't choose one lane or the other. He straddles both, and he said to me that it was the only way that he could think of that's going to prevent accidents at this junction. When you've got two roundabouts close together, and I've got a fair bit of experience with this because we've got two roundabouts right near the test centre in Norris Green where I mainly operate. When there are two roundabouts together, what you've got to do is approach the first roundabout in the lane that's going to put you in the correct position for where you want to go at the second roundabout. I hope that makes sense. So really, there's only one choice that our camera should have taken here. And it was glaringly obvious to everyone else apart from our camera. He needed the right lane to go into the right lane at the second roundabout, and then he would have been safe to make his turn. But still, he should have been keeping an eye on the situation around him. Even when he was aware of the Honda next to him, if the Honda didn't do a right turn at that first roundabout, why carry on? Again, it just makes me think, are people doing these things and having these accidents and collisions sort of on purpose. And it's really disturbing because it happens across the board. It's not just motorists, it's cyclists, lorry drivers. Everyone seems to have this mentality nowadays. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you have done anything differently if you'd approached these two roundabouts for the first time and you didn't know them? Let me know what you think. Keep safe, everyone. I'll see you soon.